Welcome to Foundational Patterns. In this lesson, we are continuing on calculation of the volume and surface area of 3D objects. This is a topic under the Shape, Space and Measurement of Mathematical Literacy, ABET Level 4. Now, in the previous video, we explained and discussed how we get the formulas for different 3D shapes. Now, in terms of the definition, I'm just recapping here. We said that the volume is the amount of space that an object occupies, whilst capacity, which is a different way in which we can find volume, is the amount of space inside a 3D container. So the calculation of both capacity and volume are likely to be the same. Now I just want to add that volume or capacity in solids will be calculated using millimeters cubed, or we can have centimeters cubed and meters cubed, and so on. All right. While surface area is the sum of the areas of all the faces of a 3D solid or object. So when you take the surface area, it's when you add the area of each of the faces of an object, and that will give you surface area. And sometimes it's called the total surface area. And for surface area, just like in area, we use the millimeters squared or centimeters squared or meters squared. So that's what we use as the units of measurement of volume and surface area. Now, let's look at the formulas again. In a rectangular prism, we have the formula which says volume is equals to length times breadth times height, and the surface area is 2 into length times breadth and 2 into length times height, as well as 2 into breadth times height. So if you want an in-depth study into this, look into the previous video. For the cube, we have side cubed. The volume for the cube is side cubed, whilst the surface area of the cube, I would like us to use this one here, which is surface area is equals to 6 times side squared. All right. And for the triangular prism, we say the volume is equals to half base times height and multiply by capital letter height as well. So we have discussed this one in the previous video. For the cylinder, we have volume is equals to pi r squared h, whereas the surface area is pi r squared plus 2 pi r h. Now let's get into some calculations. Now we have a rectangular prism here. So it has a length of 13 millimeters, a breadth of 9 millimeters, and a height of 3 meters. So let's substitute for volume. So volume, we have pi. Pi will be 3,14. So the volume is pi r squared h, where pi will always use 3,14 for pi. So it will be 3,14 multiplied by the my formula here is incorrect. So let me just correct this one here. It will be volume. Volume will be equals to length times breadth times height, because this is a rectangular prism. So we'll have 13 millimeters multiplied by 9 millimeters multiplied by 3 millimeters. So this will give us a total of 351 millimeters cubed. Remember, for volume, it is supposed to be in cubes. Okay. Surface area, we will say surface area is equals to 2 into length times breadth plus length times height plus length times breadth times height. Sorry. So in this case, we'll have 2. We are substituting. The length is 13 millimeters multiplied by the breadth of 9 millimeters plus the length will be 13 millimeters multiplied by the height of 3 millimeters. And next we have the breadth being 9 millimeters multiplied by the height of 3 millimeters. So in this case then, we'll simplify it and say 2 into 13 times 9. 13 times 9 is going to give us 117 millimeters squared, plus 13 millimeters times 3 millimeters, that will give us 39 millimeters squared, plus 9 millimeters times 3 millimeters, that will give us 27 millimeters squared as well. All right, and so we will now get 2 into, when we add 117 plus 39 plus 27, this will give us 183 millimeters squared times 2, then the final answer will be 366 millimeters squared. I hope this makes sense. Okay. Next one. In this one here, I want you to just practice it. You can pause the video and do it yourself. I've provided the formulas there. Then when you are done, then you can proceed. So you can pause and do it. If you're done, then you can move to the next one here. We're looking at the cube. So with the cube, we say the volume of the cube is side cubed. So in this case, we have a side at 13. But remember, this one here is 13 meters as well. This one is 13 meters. This one is 13 meters. This one 13 meters. This one 13 meters, and so on. So it will be 13 meters, and we cube that. So we put a cube there. And this will give us 13 cube will be 2,197 meters, 97 meters cubed. I just want to double check whether my calculation is correct there. So yes, it is 2,197 cubed. Now for surface area, we are saying surface area will be 6 times side squared. In this case, the side is 13, so it will be 13 meters, and we square that. So this will give us 6 times 13 squared is 169 meters squared. All right. So then we take it from there and say 6 times 169, that will give us 1,014 meters squared. So that will be the final answer for surface area of a cube. I hope you get that. At this point, I just want you to pause and try this one for yourself. If you're done, you can continue to the next one here. So we have a triangular prism. So with a triangular prism, the volume will be, let me use a different color here. So the volume will be equals to half base. The base is 14 centimeters multiplied by, the height will be 6 centimeters multiplied by this height here. This remember, this is the height of the base of the triangle, and whilst this one is the height of the triangular prism, so it will be multiplied by 20 centimeters here. So I notice that my formula is a little bit short. It must have a capital letter height here. Okay, now it looks nice. Then when we continue, after we have substituted half times 14 times 6 for the height and times 24, the height of the prism, so we'll now get a total of 840 centimeters cubed. So this becomes our answer for the volume. Now for the surface area, we say the capital letter H is 20 centimeters. There it is here. And we have A we said it is 6 centimeters, plus B, which is 14 centimeters, plus C, which is 15,2 centimeters. So this one here is the same for this one, which is 15,2 centimeters for C, plus the base, which is 14 centimeters, multiplied by the height, which is 6 centimeters. So this will basically give us 20 centimeters when we simplify it, and then we add A plus B plus C, which is 6 centimeter plus 14 centimeter plus 15 centimeter. That will give us 35,2 centimeters. All right. And then 14 centimeter times 6 centimeters. So this will give us 84 centimeters squared. Now 20 centimeters times 35,2 centimeters. So that will give us 704 centimeters squared plus 84 centimeters squared. So the answer in total will be 788 centimeters squared. I hope this makes a bit of sense to you. Now the next one, I want you to pause the video and try it for yourself. If you have finished that, then you can continue to the next one, where we are looking at the cylinder. Now with the cylinder, we say the volume for the cylinder is pi r squared h. So we will substitute pi, where pi is equals to 3,14. So we'll say 3,14 times the radius. We have been given that this distance here from the center of the circle to the circumference is 10 meters, and we square it. Multiply by the height. The height in this case is 15 meters. So we will say 3,14 multiplied by 10 squared is 100, and the meter squared is a meter squared multiplied by 15. Okay, so you have 15 meters, and the final answer therefore will be equals to 4,710 meters cubed. Okay, so this becomes the answer for the volume of the cylinder. Now the surface area, we will say the surface area is 2 times, now pi is 3,14 times the radius, which is 10 meters, and we need to square that. Is plus, not equals to, plus 2 times pi, which is 3,14, times the radius, which is 10 meters, times the height of 15 meters. So this will give us, so in simplification, we'll just take it bit by bit. So we'll take the first section there and say this will be 10 meters squared times 3,14 times 2. So that will give us 628 meters squared. And when we take 2 times 3,14 times 10 times 15 meters, so this will give us 942 meters squared. So that's it when we're doing the simplification. And when we add the two numbers, which will be 628 plus 942, so the answer will be 1,570 meters squared. And so that it means that's what we get for the surface area. So the volume is 4,710 cubic meters, whilst the surface area will be 1,570. So in the next one, I want you to pause the video and try this one yourself. So the answers have been given there. Try to match the answers. If you're done, we have come to the end of this lesson here. So thank you for watching. See you in the next video.